This question involves speed, distance, and time. We might be able to analyze it with algebra, analysis by cases, or something more like mental math based on our common experiences. We're asked to compare the distances, and we can put these into an algebraic expression. The question being asked of us is the same algebraically as whether TA is greater than SB, whether the first distance is greater than the second. Given that, let's move on to the data statements, evaluating them separately first. Statement 1 says that t equals s plus 30. That contributes toward establishing TA being greater than SB, since it establishes one factor on the left as bigger than a factor on the right. But it's not decisive. For example, we can see cases. If A equals B, then it is true that TA is greater than SB because T is greater than S, and A and B are the same. But we could have A much smaller than B. Then it could be false that TA is greater than SB. Therefore, we don't have enough information to answer the question decisively, in the affirmative or the negative, and statement 1 is insufficient. Statement 2 is insufficient for the exact same type of reasons as statement 1. The only difference is that now we know about A and B, and we can test cases that involve T and S. So statement 2 is insufficient. Combined, the statements are more promising. Conceptually, since each term on the left is bigger than a corresponding term on the right, the left must be bigger. We can get more precise by substituting what statements 1 and 2 tell us into our original inequality. TA greater than SB, we can substitute in TA. So we have S plus 30 times B plus 30 and evaluate whether that is greater than SB. Multiplying that out, we obtain the following expression, and subtracting SB from both sides, we get this expression. Since S and B are both positive, this last inequality will always be true. Therefore, the answer to the question posed will definitively be yes, and the correct answer is C. Here's a variation to explore. If the sign of one of the inequalities had been flipped, the correct answer would be E, as can be established through analysis by cases, similar to what we did for statement 1. In this question, however, the correct answer is C.